designers out there, when they're recommending paint brands, they might stick to Benjamin Moore and they say, Benjamin Moore, rah rah Benjamin Moore. We're actually a preferred vendor for Sherwin. So we do push their paint brand. If we had to match Benjamin Moore colors because it's something specific that your customers might want, we have no issues doing that, and we can. However, there's a reason why, as a company like us, we use Sherwin-Williams. For one, there's a difference between their corporate infrastructure and their individually based owned customer base, right? So at Benjamin Moore, what they do is each store is individual. You have an individual store owner for each store. How does that affect us? It affects us, number one, by pricing. Pricing isn't consistent over the board. So if I'm going to price a job, I want to know that I'm maintaining consistent pricing because I have 30 painters across the city. So if somebody picks up something in Oakville at a store, I want to know that the pricing is consistent with what somebody's picking up in Pickering. That's number one. The corporate infrastructure of Sherwin-Williams also allows us to be able to have accounts. With 6 to 7 paint jobs going on a day, I need to make sure that we're able to get people their paint without having to send the logistics of sending money and balancing checkbooks. No, they go into the store, the paint is ready for them, they pick it up and they go, right? We try to make it a well-oiled machine to make things as efficient as possible. The orders go in, the painters just go and pick it up, and our accounting department handles everything else. Benjamin Moore has really great marketing, but what they do is they're marketing directly to the homeowner. That's who their target market is. So they're the high-end name brand for the homeowner. So when a homeowner is thinking about top-of-the-line paint, they're thinking of Benjamin Moore just because they're marketing to them. They're not marketing to the contractor. So in terms of paint products, you have the same high-end paints at Sherwin-Williams just like you do at Benjamin Moore. It's just who's it marketed to. And when you come down to the difference of the colors, we can match both. So that's really not an issue either on that side either. So I know that sometimes designers say it has to be Benjamin Moore paint, and I'm just giving you a little heads up into some of the differences and why we as a company choose to use Sherwin-Williams. Our 2-year warranty covers you above and beyond the integrity of the paint. Covers the work. So let's say we painted this room a year ago. Those scratches you have on the wall that came not from us, but from somebody moving around the table, we're going to come back and fix it. Your child colors on the wall, we're going to come back and fix it. We'll come back and fix your paint job once within 2 years. Does it give me an opportunity to go back in their house and quote them on something else? Definitely. But it also gives them a value add that nobody else is offering, right? The ability to come back and repaint something, the same color, not a different color, once within 2 years.
Scratch the wall in the case. We make this blue now.
Exactly.
We paint the whole thing anyway.
I don't know whether you work with designers or our clients can call you and say, come in. Do you show up with paint samples? Do you come in with wallpaper samples? Do you send them off to the store to say, go see what you like? How does it work?
Good question.
Thank you.
Before we take your money.
Yeah. I already gave you my money.
It's like you pick the colors.
Yeah.
Before that, we actually sit down and do a color consult with them.
Oh, okay.
Right? So we go through colors, we work with colors, we get a feeling of what they want, the energy they want to feel in the room, what they want the room to look like, and we go through colors.
Okay.
Now, mind you, some customers are a bit more specific and want somebody to help them with design, redecorating, and that's where somebody like Sue comes in, right? And all of that is built into our pricing, so there's no separate fee that's going to come from Sue. We would build all that into our pricing to make sure they have one point of contact, one place to go, and we would just bring in Sue as an add-on. But the first initial color consult, yes, we do that.
Just sort of talk a little bit about selecting paint color. How do you do it? So Sherwin-Williams, all of the paint stores, paint companies, they have great color cards. So again, it sort of showcases what colors they're featuring this season. You'll notice they take great photographs, so you can actually get great decorating ideas or how to use colors. I just want to talk a little bit about how do you pick a color. So what I always tell my clients is if they're going to pick a color, go out to the stores, bring back the color cards, make sure you select the color in the room. So whatever your inspiration is it artwork, is it a piece of fabric, or what have you, a duvet cover, pull out the swatches, and then what you do is you never look at swatches this way. because that's not how they appear on the wall. You always look at them like they're on the wall. And then what you would do is move the swatches around. These are little swatches. Most companies have larger squares, or they have the paint pots that you can buy. And what you do is you move it around the room. I've had so many people say to me, I was at my neighbor's house, she has a great color in her living room, I want it for my dining room. Or I was at a model home, love the color, I want to bring it to my house. Well, that's fine and dandy, but the positioning of your house, the light amount in your house makes a huge difference to what actual color you're going to pick. So the color in your neighbor's house or in the model home may look fantastic, but when you bring the color into your home, it looks terrible. So that's a really great tip. Never pick the paint color in the store. And this is a really great little book here, and it talks about different types. I think it's towards the last. Here it is. See color differently. And it talks about the different types of lighting: incandescent, the natural light, and fluorescent light. So when you're picking your colors, you want a lot of natural light, as much natural light as you can get. I know a lot of people have, when they turn their lights on, they're yellow bulbs. You don't want to pick colors with yellow bulbs, or the very, very faint new bulbs that are out there. I always make sure that the blinds are open, the curtains are open, so I can get a lot of natural light. It makes a huge difference.
I'm going to add something. For all of our full home repaints, we actually come out and we bring them paint tester kits. So we will actually tint the paint for you in some tester kits, so you could apply it at different places in your home and actually see what those colors look like on the wall with the light going up, with the light going down. So it's important, and plus we don't want to have to repaint it because you didn't like the color. So having said that, we bring out those testers so you can try it in different areas of your home.
That makes a big difference, because you may like it on one wall or hate it on the other, but you may be looking at that wall that you hated on all day, or that it's the longest wall in your house or what have you. So it's really important. When I go into big box stores or paint stores and I walk through the paint department, I sort of rush through, because it's amazing how many people actually bring their swatches, their artwork, their things to actually pick the color in the store. So make sure that you pick it at home. Just want to talk a little bit about trendy colors. So here's a trendy color, and there's a lot of trendy colors out there. So like fashion, the trends come and they go very quickly. So if you're looking, or a client's looking to paint a room, I would really, I don't like to suggest trend colors for the actual paint, because you'll be calling these guys back very, very quickly.
And that's why
they'll love it. Your pocketbook might not. So what I do suggest is, let's pick a color that you're going to love, and it's going to be somewhat timeless but look great, and that you can add the trendy colors too. So you could do these through curtains, accessories, artwork, rugs, different types of things. So you can get that same look of the trend without actually painting that color on the wall. So it makes a huge difference.